I remember I went to the mirror, I started to speak with myself. I went to the court, each shot I hit, I say, I'm gonna put drop by drop something good inside of me, not drop by drop judgment to myself. And then I start to each shot tell to myself, I love me, I love me. This was like crazy. What are you doing?
How would you introduce yourself?
As a human being, is what I feel to say as a human being.
Okay. And what is it that you do as a human being?
Well, my first thing to do in my life is observe myself and try to grow in this point about human being. What means this? To see my tasks and try to see them with respect, no judgment, with care, and this helped me a lot.
You have a very special and kind of spiritual look at life and sports in general. How did you get to this way of thinking?
Well, I'm in the process, 100%. I didn't get, but answering you through the suffer. Everything started when I was a kid, needing care, love, become attention, people looking for me. And then I started to play tennis, and this bring me this attention, special attention, extra attention. And thanks this, or through this, I started to play better level, arriving to be someone not normal in terms of win in my city, in my region, in Spain. With 16, I've been champion of Spain, and this brings to me more attention. And through this, and thanks this, I put more and more pressure in myself, and then there start to arrive the suffer. Start to be bigger and bigger and bigger until explode. And when that happened, then arrived the collapse in my life. No sense, still playing, but completely empty. And then I don't know how, I can say like a miracle. Through this suffer, I try to find answers, reading a lot, 6, 7 hours a day, about psychology, about help out, autoayuda, help
Self-help.
self-help. And this bring me a little breathe, but not enough. And still suffering, something like appear inside of me, like what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. And I was thirsty of love, which for me love means respect, acceptance, care. And I start to do just like this, drop by drop, doing and doing and doing, inside the core, out of the core. And like this, more or less, appeared this path, this way. I started 30 years ago. That's why I say I didn't get. I'm still in this path, but it's true. Each step I feel better and more, in a way, with more calm with myself and with the things happen around me.
You share a lot with the people around you, the way you see things. And do you think that's part of being more respectful and accepting yourself is sharing the way you feel?
It's a fantastic question, and this question is very nice. For me, this path of which is simple is love, respect, acceptance. This can be in everywhere, in every activity. Why? Because when you start to feel better with yourself, what you do better. Everyone in tennis is speaking about tennis, sport, high competition. Everyone is agree that the fears bring to you to the nerves, tension, stress, and this make you play less about your level. On the other side, when you are with less fears, less stress, less tension, you play better the level you are able to play. That's why I think and I feel, but of course this is my opinion and my experience, I'm sure helps. But it's important, don't confuse, because sport of tennis is full of explosivity. And when I say harmony and calm, doesn't mean be tough. Like, I'm harmony and calm and I'm gonna play tennis. I'm not saying this. You can be in harmony with power, intensity, wish, but in harmony, in a state of fear, tension, block. That's why I feel and I think sure 100% can be together.
You touched on it right now that sometimes people misunderstand maybe what you mean when talking about harmony and playing tennis. Do you think your philosophy in this sense has been misrepresented by media?
Of course, I'm not doing a correction to you, but I need to say it's not my philosophy, because for me, love exists from the beginning of the beginning. And just I have the privilege through the suffer, through the crash, start to feel this and to go close of this as I can. And thanks this we are doing now, and I'm so grateful that be in front of you sharing this. Thanks this, we have the chance to speak about more deep. I understand the conventional media. Conventional media need to sell things and need to do many things in 30 minutes of news or whatever in a newspaper. Need to put many things. Don't have a space enough for explain everything. Plus, if you change something, maybe you create more expectation. And then that's why, in my opinion, through the media, the conventional media, it's not about don't understand this. Maybe don't take the time to know more about this. It's not about media. It's about, in a way, to society. Because society is like a monster, need food. And today, more or less, in general, the food we are asking for or they are giving us is a food in terms of news, like everything about catastrophic or wars or people against people. You can see in the TV these programs, people speaking bad between each other, and then this sell a lot, you know. And then when you share these things, in a way, sometimes, or maybe not sometimes, even more often, it's like a tough to listen this. But why is tough to listen this? For me, it was tough to listen this 30 years ago. Not tough, like, don't give me these stupid things. I understand because I was in that point. And then make feel us when someone speak about this sometimes like uncomfortable. It's funny because a human being, in my opinion, the most important thing need is this kind of treat between each other with love, respect, care. And we don't do often. It's easier judge something than come to someone and say, you know, I feel you a lot of respect for you. I feel you a lot of good feelings about you. I love you. What? But it's very easy, like two guys speaking about third one. Oh, come on, this guy, and judge him. Then it's not about the media. It's about how the human being in general we are. In other side, I feel we are more and more going to this kind of good relation with ourselves, this kind of love, more and more still not enough. But in general, I feel this.
You say you've been on this journey for about 30 years now. Has there ever been times where you doubted this journey and it was tested for you?
Never, never since that time I felt like what I'm looking for. I'm looking for love. From that time, 100%, the next step I do in my life is in that direction. Never any doubt. It's true what happened during this journey of love path, I can see and observe my tasks. And then I took with care, with love. But doubt about this is the way, never. Some moments like judge myself because I'm not doing enough good, yes. And then appear again the love for understand these moments.
When was it in your journey that you decided you wanted to start an academy with players and kids and teach them kind of, not teach, but share this way of looking at things?
You know, just happened. I never thought to be a coach. Never in my life. When I was 23 years old, I stopped suddenly my tennis career. Suddenly, when I was better than ever, and in a way, growing in my ranking, in my tennis. The last 3 years, I had the privilege to play in this kind of good energy with myself, and then improve massive my tennis and my emotions on the court. And then 23, I felt to stop. Why? I didn't find any answer. But yes, I felt very deep like I don't want to continue. Maybe, not maybe. Yes, happened something more. I start to win, and in the same time growing in this process in myself. I felt in this society, which is normal, people treat me different for my personas, for my victories, which was not amazing, crazy, but for me was, and then for the people around me was. Then this kind of attention I didn't want. And then I go inside to me and I say, I cannot change the society, I cannot change these people, I cannot change how works tennis, but I can choose for my life. And then I decide, finish. And about your question, after this, I stopped tennis. I didn't have second chance, second thing to do, any alternative. Yes, my alternative is my feeling, not alternative is I don't want to continue. Next step, I don't know. What I really know is this step, not next one. It's like I want to stop. Then I was more or less 1 year not working in a way as we think work in this society. I was working a lot in myself. And then two guys called me. I remember I was 23 and that guys was 17, something like this. They come from Barcelona, the place I've been practicing. And then they called me, and I felt, yes, of course. They was, I remember them, very good guys, and they look me in that academy I play like, oh, Pepe. And then I say, yes, come. And then they come to live here in Marbella. I start share with them. I never felt teach them. I felt like, let's go to the core. And then I'm gonna share everything I know about tennis, about tactic, about technique, and not about emotion, but everything, technique, tactic on the gym, was all inside of this harmony of respect and acceptance. Start there. Then from these two guys, start to build something I never expect and I never look for.
When watching players on TV, it all seems like everything's great. You know, traveling the world, lots of money, playing the sport you love. But having worked with them very closely, do you think that there's sides of it that people don't see?
Thank you. It's two ways to see a person, as a person or as a personas. We learn to see people as a personas. When you meet with someone, we don't say, hello, I am a human being. I am a human being. Never. We say the name, we say what I do, and how I do. And then we meet each other about personas. And then when people watch someone, watch as a personas. And then as a personas, the people with social success, sports success or whatever, as a personas have success. And then we see as a success people. But if you see as a human being, is exactly the same as the rest of human beings. And then this means need to eat, need to drink, need to cry, need to smile, and need to do many things. But as a personage, you don't think about. Yes, oh my God, this traveling as a personage, having a lot of money as a personage. Everything is outside, but inside have the same tasks. Sometimes less as someone, sometimes much more as the other one. And sometimes happen when you have this kind of success in stereo success as a personas, this make you feel empty as a human being because you focus a lot on this and you forget your human being. When we forget our human being, our side of human being, we have a big problem because there is where we can work about ourselves to get this kind of harmony, joy. How? Being good with myself. Because finally, when you want to have this kind of success, why you want this success, why you are looking for this chief, this goal. Because if I am the best, I'm gonna be happy. Then the end of the thing is be happy, not success. Success gonna bring to me to be happy, which means in harmony, with joy. We focus in just to be successful personas. And then when we arrive there, we feel a lot emptiness. Because it's like, hey, I thought success is joy. And doesn't mean joy. Success is you are the best or whatever, very good, you do this, but about your human being, doesn't change nothing, this kind of success. Then I have the privilege, Alexio, to first of all live in myself. I haven't this kind of success, but in a way, in a step, very low step, I have success. And with this success, I didn't find the calm, the joy, the harmony. What I get is fake confidence. Because if I start to lose, go away this confidence. And then fake confidence, euphoria, but no joy. Where I start to bring life, or I find this kind of joy, harmony, which is in the process, was taking care of me. There is the point. Then I had the privilege to be, first of all, with myself, the proof, and after, with people. Success like top in tennis, in other sports, in music, in actors. Life put me. I didn't look for this, but I was in front of human beings with a huge success, but with the same problem as me, as you, as everyone, which was some kind of emptiness. Then it's very nice to see. Finally, we are human beings, before of everything, than everything. But sometimes we forget and we focus in our personal success, or the other way, which is fracaso, failure. And we are not success or failure. We are divine human beings. The human being is the huge thing we can be. And we are. We don't need to get nothing for be. Just born, we are. But we forget and we go outside. It's the same. I have the best diamond in my pocket, but I'm looking for make me rich outside. And I have here everything. It's the same. As a human being, I have everything. And of course, you want to play tennis, let's go to play tennis. Let's go. I want to be a professional. I want to be a very good player. Yes. But I'll always second place this. First place, treat good to yourself. The main goal is I treat to myself as a human being. Secondly, as a tennis player.
Was there ever anyone that you worked with or alongside that surprised you in kind of the way in which they were either suffering and then changed their mind and tried to improve themselves?
Again, please.
Was there ever someone that you have worked with or alongside that has surprised you in kind of how much they were trying to improve themselves, even before you started working together?
Yes. Yes. If I understand, if they very soon, since the beginning, felt like work inside of them. Yes. Yes. But maybe I'm gonna say most of them. You know, when this arrived to us, is because the person, the human being, is like looking for. And then if you are looking for something, and then arrive to you, you are, and then most of them or all of them, they are looking for, maybe unconsciously, because maybe they unconsciously, they want to be better in his activities or in his lives, but through them, very soon, they understand that, oh, but the main point is take care of me. And then when they understand this, it's amazing. It's amazing. And you can see the transformation when a human being is looking outside or when he's looking inside. And of course, the balance is the way. Because finally, we are living in this society which is exterior, material, and of course, but living through my focus in myself first. Taking care of me, I'm gonna play tennis. Taking care of me, I'm gonna go to the office. Taking care of me, I'm gonna make a movie. But taking care of me first.
So, you say that a lot of people are already working on improving themselves. Do you think when people come to you here in Marbella, for example, it's because they're specifically looking for someone to maybe show them a bit of a way in which they can do that?
Well, again, sorry for share this, but I need to share this. It's very important for me and for the ones listen this, it's not me as a Pepe the one have the talent to teach and to make you feel better. It doesn't work like this. Completely no. What the only thing I can do is work in myself. And the other thing is just share this. If someone knock your door, then it's true. Since time ago, most of them, they are looking for something like this. It's something inside of them like, I need something more. And something more is not outside, it's more inside. But some of them know they can because they are suffering a lot, struggling a lot in his activities, tennis we can say. And then they start to feel good. Of course, I never gonna say names, but this year, before Australia Open, one player, a woman player, the coach, time ago, I share with him and other players he coached, and that person, that girl, was struggling a lot, really a lot, arriving at moments that difficult to breathe uh, throughout before the matches, throughout, but for nothing, just because something very strong happened inside, nervous, tension, doesn't want to go to the court. And then that girl come here. I did what I do with myself, share this. And she started to feel much better, but not because me, because she understand how bad treat herself, how bad she was living her own life. And then start to change this during this process. Start to feel much better. And then during that, the coach and her, they been here and we have course and we practice our group. Then they play. And that lady start to smile. And not only start to smile during these days and playing and running with wish again. This happened. She come here for her tennis. But finally, was good for her tennis and for herself. And this is the nice thing of this.
You mentioned that this player, for example, was struggling with pressure. Do you think that pressure is self-inflicted, or is it coming more from outside, maybe the family or the people around this player or players in general?
Both sides, both sides can be outside and inside. But when come from outside, if you see, it's coming from inside. But no, it's because the father, it's because the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the friend, what he did, the coach. If you are good with yourself, you don't depend about outside. And then in our lives, outside, exterior, always gonna happen things we don't like. Always. Never can be everything perfect. Maybe 2 days a year, but the rest of the days, something is happening. Then it depends how I receive this, how I feel. Then even the things outside, the work is inside. If I don't have water and I'm looking for the people bring me water every day, when that people, something happen and cannot arrive with water, I die because I'm not drinking water, and I gonna say, it's because he doesn't come with the water. It's true in a way, but why you didn't look for your own water? Why you didn't find your well? Because when you work to build your well, you have your own water, and then whatever happened outside, don't gonna make influence in you about have water or not. It's the same with the relations. That's why The main point, in my opinion, my feeling and my experience is inside. I say to myself, when something wrong is in my life, you are the responsible. You can be better. Yes, but outside. Yeah, I know. But work inside. If you go inside, whatever happens outside doesn't influation in you,
Influence.
influence in you. If rain a lot now, for example, start to rain a lot, and we don't go inside of home, we're gonna be wet. Why you are wet? Because rain a lot. And why is not him wet? Because it's inside. Go inside. Find inside the answer. Work inside.
In the academy, you also work with groups of kids to do lessons. Do you think kids are more open to this sort of way of thinking compared to maybe their parents or, young adults?
I'm gonna answer this with some small history I hear time ago. Was an elephant, a big elephant, and then in the circus, and then was out of the circus and cannot move, just 2 meters, 2 meters. Why? Because have a stick with one cuerda,
Leash.
leash, thank you, sticker and leash, and he doesn't move. And a kid come and ask to the dad, but he doing only like this, can't go. And then the dad explained what happened with these big elephants when he born. What happened? He born and was very small, and the same stick with the the leash, thank you, with the leash was there, and he tried to go everywhere, cannot, was not enough strong. Then he learned this and never forget. That's why now is dominate for this. When we are kids, we are completely open for everything, for the good and the bad things. When we are old, we have a big conditionment in our mind. And then even someone come to you, gonna be tough to change that you learn. Then with kids, they are sponge. That's why it's amazing what we can do for a kid if we bring light, love, through the respect, through the acceptance. And can be horrible what we can do for a kid when we give more attention if he win, less attention if he lose. They learn this. This is what I learned, probably what you learn, probably what the people learn. There is the dangerous thing. Then with kids, is we don't need to do nothing. Just give space to them to continue in this joy. They have the natural joy. I don't know any kid. I've been with 1,000 kids the last years. I never find a kid with depression. Never. But I meet with a lot of adults with depression. Then what we can do for the kids, give the space and interaction with them with love, which means with respect, with acceptance. We can share our experience, but not in a way teaching them, do this because I know more than you. This is not respect. It's like, can I share something? Ask to a kid, 6, 7, 4, 9, 12 years. Knock the door before, share something. Can I share something I see? Maybe helps you. Yes, never any kid told me no. And then you share. This is love. This is small example is love. Then yes, of course, the kids are a sponge. And then it's easier, but for the good and the bad things.
So, when coaching kids who want to become players, how important is it to also work with the parents and keep in contact with the parents as well?
Is the same level of importance. The parents are the ones taking care for this kid, player, whoever. The parents want the best. The parents cannot be on the corner. And if they are, in my opinion, it's not enough good to be in the corner. It's your kid. You should be there. But they don't know how. And then sometimes, or often, they do things disturb. It's true. What they need to have the knowledge, to give the space with knowledge. Come, welcome to this trip. The trip, if we speak about tennis, the trip is the player with the coach, with the parents. And doesn't work like this. It's player, coach, and then the coach is like, the parents, oh my God. But the parents should be there. I am a father. I cannot imagine. Don't take care of my kid, to Philippe. I want the best for him. If I have the knowledge, I can be there doing what I should do and not doing what I shouldn't do. Then it's very important this. A lot of work to do. We are speaking about the player. A lot of work. Which work? This work, inside work, about love and respect. Then the ego, and you don't need from outside. The same work with the coach, because the coach want the success of the player for he feel a successful coach, and then have the same problem. Then work yourself. You are not the one, you know everything that you teach you your player. No, no. You have the same problems. Why you get tension watching the match? Why? Because you want, you need he win for you. Be a good coach. What about the parents? The same. Work inside of you, dad, mom. And then you're going to be more free to give the chance to your kid to live his own life. And then the same work for all three and all together. And this is, sorry, this is a thing for years we are doing, and now we are sharing this with the Spanish Tennis Federation for go to more and more persons to share with them and bring them this knowledge, which doesn't mean it's the right one, no, but this a one never was on the table, never. Always was this, and never this kind of. And then let's put another plate in the table. Maybe someone like, maybe not, but someone are looking for. I can see this. The last 20 years, I can see the huge difference about people looking for this new plate. And let's put just on the table. Not saying is the right plate, no, but let's put.
You think that recently people are becoming more open to sharing their feelings and talking openly about what they feel?
100%. 100%. I can speak only my own experience in these 30 years. Well, no, 30 years. Because when I was 12, I can see how worse this tennis world. And the last 40 years, I can tell you that no chance, these things I never see, never. 20 years ago, when I started to do, I remember, I was completely crazy. 30 years ago, crazy. And I don't know why and how, but I started to do, just with myself. I remember I went to the mirror, I started to speak with myself. I went to the court, each shot I hit, I say, I'm gonna put drop by drop something good inside of me, not drop by drop judgment to myself. And then I start to, each shot, tell to myself, I love me, I love me. This was like crazy. What are you doing? Come on, this is not like this. But helps me a lot. I had the proof. Nobody told me and I believe. I had the own experience. And then I can see the difference. And in these 20 years, I can see more and more persons, human beings, looking for or wishing this. But normally, Alexio, when they are able to open about this, is in a moment, in a point, they are suffering a lot. 99% of the times.
We were talking about families and parents. Do you think that they underestimate the struggles that players are going through mentally, or not players, but people in general?
Yes, you know, um, the person normally live through the ego. What means ego? Me, and me. And then the things around me is just for me. Even the closest things, even the kids, the son, the daughter, the friend, the brother. And then sometimes, of course, the parents can feel something is wrong and is struggling a lot. But sometimes, no, don't know. And it's a huge suffer, struggling. The kid, the player, is through on. But the crazy thing is like, but it's normal. I mean, it's normal. It's a competition game, and it's normal to suffer. It's normal to have this kind of stress. It's normal to take pills for anxiety. Because it's very normal. What means normal? Many people is living this, but it's not natural. And then it's true, the parents sometimes cannot see, and sometimes can see, but it's normal, but let's try to work on, but it's normal. I remember when I play and I was teenager, I feel a lot of nervous. And what I received was, it's normal. From the professionals, not from my family, from the professional, but it's normal. And I understand that it's normal. But now I understand it's normal because to everyone happen, but it's not natural. Natural is something I really want to do enjoying. And then from the ego appear these problems you cannot see, you cannot have empathy to the other one, and then you cannot see, you cannot realize what is going through about this nervous tension, struggling moments. And then, sorry, and then any judgment to the parents, to the coach, anyone, because happen the same with them. Don't know. They think it's normal. Any judgment to them is just, we can work on that with the player, with the coach, with the parents. And then more we are in connection, close of the love in ourselves, more empathy we have, and more we can share and accompany to the other ones.
Throughout the years, you've done several weekends where you've done free classes for kids and families where anyone could show up and just play for a few hours. Were you initially surprised by how many people were showing up?
Well, when this started to happen, we did because we felt. For me, the guy in our lives is the feelings. When you feel, do. When you do the things through the feeling, you never expect because you are doing from inside. If you do from outside mind, you expect. Then we haven't any expectative about this, expectation, nothing. But it's true, people come and come more because, yes, it's true. The main thing in the beginning for them was free lessons with in a way, we was a group, professional tennis players, and free lessons in a very good place with good coaches for free. What is this? And then they come. But they find other thing. They find, here you are the coaches, here you are the place, here you are for free, but wait, here you are while we do this. And in that moment, the main thing was, let's share with them what helped to us, which is love, respect, care, acceptance. With them, the kids, and with the parents, because one of the, the things to go to these lessons was, you cannot leave your kid and go. You should be there the 2 hours. and then all the parents been there during 2 hours. Then what happened was an interaction with everyone, parents and kids. And then even the parents, we invite to come inside to the court. But I don't have clothes, don't worry. Don't worry. But this can make, put out the shoes, play. Play with the kids. I don't know, play like this. You're gonna understand how tough it is. And you don't gonna judge from here, oh, do this, do that. And if they know, they knew, we say, take with the left hand, but I am right hand, yes, but like this, and then you understand how difficult is tennis. And then time to time during these 2 hours, we share about life. The kids start to express, no judgment. The parents go out to speak with everyone. Sometimes we was more than 100 people there speaking, and one kid just sharing in front, not with 100 people. Then give normal confidence. What means confidence? Do what you feel, not thinking they are judging you. This, oh, how much confidence? One kid in 8 years speaking in front of 100 people. It's not like this. It's one kid speaking free after listening what we shared before about what he felt, and was divine. Was divine. Was not a surprise because we are not expecting, but was a gift. And that kids, still some of them, after 5, 6 years, they are practicing with us. And it's divine how they live the tennis and the competition tennis. And the parents. The parents say a lot, you know, this night, come to me before go to sleep and hug me. My son never did this because we live this every weekend. Was divine and is divine, this.
Speaking of expectations from people coming to the classes or lessons, do you think that sometimes people come with the wrong idea of what's going to happen in a lesson or a class?
I'm sure the people when come have his own expectations, and for sure never can be the same, never. Sometimes it's a little different, sometimes more than a little different, and sometimes completely different. But this is very nice because it's very natural. And then if they feel, if we feel, because it's another thing, it's not only the one come gonna be, is the one want to be, yes. The group feel, the coaches, we can share something gonna help, and the rest of the group feel good, yes, these 3 steps. And then sometimes doesn't happen these 3 steps. Most of the times, yes. But it's very easy if don't have the expectations he had and arrive with these new ones and doesn't connect, no problem. This plate on the table is not for you. You need to look for other plate. Where is the problem? But you know, again, if we live through the personas and ego, no, no, my plate is the plate. You cannot see, it's the plate. No, cannot see, because prefer other plate. And no problem, no problem. It's not about which play is better. It's about which play you feel can help you. In my experience, this is the play that I find 30 years ago, I'm eating. But someone is still not as me 30 years ago.
Going back to the way media have talked about you and the academy here in Marbella, do you ever go online and read what people say, their opinions?
Well, I didn't do like this, but arrived to me through people, through persons, some things. And this was in the beginning, because now happened in a way, a considerable percentage opposite. Like, oh my God, this plate I really like. I didn't hear quite right what is this plate. But in the beginning, 100% was critical, judgment. I didn't read, but arrived to me. And one of the things happened about this in myself, I received this like a gift. I really give. Because if I'm in the path of respectful acceptance and not judgment, who I am to tell someone, think what I think. Then for them, maybe with not enough information, but not matter. For them, this was crazy, no sense. For me, was a work to see myself, to go inside, move you, something hurts you, work, work about this. Was not too much, but sometimes moved me a little, especially when the media try to put in front against the team, for example, of Novak. They try to. And this moved me a little because I felt like, this, no, please. I mean, I have an amazing relation with all the team. And in the media, looks like me and the team against me and me against someone. And it was not true. And they put things in the mouth of them or in me was not right because arrived to me these things. And then some things, when arrived to me, I told you no, I didn't read. But it's true, when arrived to me, I say, what? Let me read. And I read. I read one, the main one, the main media. And I say, no way. And I say, okay, no more. I don't want to read more. I don't want to get involved. But I understand. I understand. And then was a word for me, was a gift for me. And understand them. Because if not, it's my ego to like, I am right. Who I am to be right? Who are they to be right? I believe something, live like this. They believe something, live like this. What is the problem? And then was a very, for me, a very amazing circumstance, situation for growth, opportunity.
Was it difficult to accept at the beginning?
As I told you, was not. Was not. I live like, I understand because remember, I was like this. When you are like this, you understand. If it's very simple, Philip, our son, yesterday was sharing something. And then I was listening. Why are you listening like this calm? Oh, and then this is what I feel. You know, this. And then I say, yes, but you remember when you was like this? And then he say, oh, it's true. It's true. And then he had empathy because he had that experience. Then same happened when I was 15, 16, 17. I believe like this. And then I was easy for me to understand. Was not like tough. Was completely different this point of view. But was not for me. Was not. Was very nice to understand that I need no. I was respecting them. Yes, was not hard. Was hard when I told you. Well, hard, no, not hard. Was uncomfortable when they tried to create war between people I really love and respect and them to me.
What are the next steps for you now?
The same how when we start, you ask me, who are you, human being? And my work is work on this. For me, the steps last, I don't know how many years, it's been go inside with a lot of love, which means respect and acceptance. See my divine tasks as everyone have and work on that. This is my step. This is my next step. And I hope never lose this step. But in terms of to do something three-dimensionally, maybe it's more about this. The question is what we are doing, what I'm doing. Share these things, with the people want. I feel I'm open always. I'm not looking for share. But when situations, life arrange, I'm really grateful to be able to share the path, save my life, and help me day by day. As I told you, more concrete. With the Spanish Tennis Federation, now every Spanish championship, I go with Marco too. I didn't say, but Marco is a part of this I cannot say team, this we are doing divine. And then we go each tournament to speak with the parents, with the kids, and with the coaches. And they want to do more things. With one of the tennis federation in the north of Spain, since 2 years ago, we are sharing this way with all the kids in that region, not only in the federation, with all the region. We are bringing to the schools the tennis, but the tennis is the, the excuse in a way to bring 30, 40 minutes, taking a seat all together and speak about who are you? Who are you? Human being. Take care of you. Treat good to yourself. This is what we are doing. And another thing is happening is a tennis tournament for kids, uh, 12, 14, 16 years old. To during the tournament, the mornings they play all together, and in the afternoon we speak about these things to understand from where come from the fears, the tension, the nerves. Why I'm happy when the other one get injured and then I win. These kind of things. Why before the match I feel this? To understand what is going on. Share with them, with the parents, how you accompany your kid. We want to share these things. We start this year. Next year, ask to us to go to other places, to Brazil. We want to go. They ask to us in Germany, in Austria. They are looking for to make, but gonna be like life arranged, not through the ego. Let's do. Then and more things appearing, appearing, appearing.
When is this tournament going to be?
It's August this year, 2023 in August, last week of August, gonna be the first edition.
And can anyone sign up and show up?
Everyone can go. My thought in the beginning was do under 12, under 14, under 16, under 18, women and boys. What happened? We don't have enough course. When I was sharing with all the team, they say, Pepe, you are speaking about 1,200 kids. And always true. And we have 8 courses, always true. And we play just half day. The other half day we wanna share, always true. And then everyone cannot play, but everyone can be in the main point of the tournament, which is in the speech in the afternoon every day. And it's open for everyone, everyone. That's why we want, with this, through this, bring this information around the world, playing a tournament.